Speaking of Red, what happened last time?
Oh, yes. What happened last time began with Wanda apparently learning about some things that had transpired while they were dealing with the situation in the with Abaddon and Darius, as she was calling Johnny, who told her that Villarreal had gotten, well, as we all know, Villarreal got his hands on two souls of two children, essentially three, but one he gave, of course, to Johnny, as it was Annie, and two he kept for his own reasons, as it turned out to be for Golems, apparently. And a couple of folks heard about that, and no one was really happy. So some hunters and others decided to deal with it. We'll say stop him. And it seemed to have gone all right, as Johnny explained that his associate, not giving any names, was the one who help with the children. So it seems to hopefully have a better ending than what it could have happened, apparently. As well as the fact that well, Johnny reached out to the only person he thought he could talk to, as Abaddon did visit him via Claire and told him to talk with Darius, as met up with Darius for the first time. Glowing golden man, we'll say, as he wanted to ensure his daughter's soul passes on to a better place and that she is actually safe. Darius was willing to help, as he knew someone who could be of well, someone who watches over those young souls, or those souls, basically. He believes that this is the best option, as they went off to Wanda's place to get Annie. Wanda watched worriedly, as Darius did just come back from a very traumatic experience and seems to be still running around. But regardless, Johnny finally had a chance to talk with Annie, really talk with her, and say his goodbyes and say his sorries, as she cried as well. Even asking her father for one last promise to take care of Iris. And Johnny said he'll try his best, as he watched Danny leave. And now his daughter is safely in hopefully a much better place. The only thing left is to find his wife, as he thanked Darius for his assistance and went about his way. Claire, well, was dealing with taking care of Zach, as she was doing this as a favor, making sure he was all right after his own traumatic experience, being blind and found in an alleyway. She asked him a few questions about some prophecy that she had found about and connections, as he had mentioned some dark shadow, and maybe this connects to that. It's a possibility, but he gave her a phone number of some oracle he knows that she also knows, and it was Iniko. Hopefully, will help her understand what her visions are seeing. As Iniko seemed not surprised, though it's hard to tell if that was just as a joke or as an oracle thing, as Claire's problem was dealing with, as Iniko brought up, chess. Who is the Shadow Queen, sorry, and someone on 2E, and what that all means. Well, Iniko offered to help her and apparently help her deal with something bad that's going to happen as well, in exchange for a favor. By watching out for someone and housing them for a bit and ensuring that they don't kill anyone within a week or so. And this can also rescue Thomas, stopping this encroachment of someone taking over and accumulating more power, more likely being Freya, uh, or, well, her patron, we'll say. And decided to say yes, how hard it would be to stop someone from killing someone, as eventually Claire meets the glowing form of Colton, a young man who looks like he's been through it, apparently, as he seemed standoffish, cold, and single-minded. Um, Talking back and forth, that she asked him a couple questions and wanted to get his help by going to a certain location, as she did warn Thomas and mentioned that she was going to hopefully have a backup for this to keep him safe, as more likely there's an assassination attempt on his route that only a few people should know. Colin agreed in exchange as well for looking for something in particular. Someone who has a certain dragon soul. Mostly the person, because they're hiding right now, and he wants to find it. And it seems that those that are sinful and evil do-gooders or what have you, was what Colton has in mind, as they went off to go to the stop, this one moment in time to save Thomas's life. As Colton used his abilities, chains and fire everywhere, and destruction and screaming and torture, as whatever these would-be supernatural assassins didn't stand a chance. And off in the city distance, Michael Anderson, I believe, and Adam met each other, saying hello. Anderson having wanted to say hello to his friend, and as they talk for a moment, and they hear the sounds of slaughter as they made their way there, concerned but wanting to help mostly, coming upon the carnage of everyone being dead and yes, Mr. Anderson, being dead, as Well, this is no place for two ghosts like them as they took their leave, trying to avoid whatever the hell that was. And, well, his good friend Adam decided to talk with him about something that, well, seems to be an opportunity that most ghosts have, a chance to meet her. Uh, as they went off to talk with Andre, actually, a man by the name of Andre, a necromancer, as he revealed, an opportunity to ensure that either he can move on or he can stay here and offer him that opportunity so he's not as vulnerable as a one ghost could be. And the only way to do that, of course, would be him having to study Anderson's whole thing and see what that comes out of that. I think there's a bit of hesitation, but a possibility here, as Andre said he's willing to help, essentially, and said his goodbyes. Adam giving him a bit of reassurance and not seemingly telling him that that was one option, as he already made his choice to stay. But there's another one. Meeting with an angel he offered for Michael, and someone who usually wouldn't have so many problems, but things have been getting a bit messy in the city, so it may take some time before that meeting can happen. But this is a chance for him to make a choice for himself as well, and I think that's where it ended last.
Yes. Hmm. I'm gonna start. Wanda, what are you doing?
I think right now, see, I was gonna have a look at the Dragon Soul thing, but I think I might change my mind on that part. Then, I don't think you okay, fine. I won't do anything. I won't do anything. I don't think she has much in the way of planning right now, other than keeping an eye on Villaragua as well. I think and seeing if she could ensure no more trouble comes from that part, which probably be hard to do.
Gonna like
Maybe
give him a
asking.
call? Or do you mean keep an eye on him?
Basically, word on the street. Basically, try to see if there's any words about Villaragua's business and movements, mostly. If that's possible to
Unfortunately,
do for her.
can't keep an eye out. Can go out and ask, like hitting
Yeah,
the
that's what.
streets.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to insinuate. I wanted to hit the
Yes.
streets.
Yeah. Well, give me a hit the streets. I think I'm gonna say your knight's not looking.
No, I don't. I have nothing at night, so I'll just hit the streets.
No, you actually have -1, so
Yes, you're right.
you'll roll with a
-1.
-1.
Thank you. There you go. Oh no. It doesn't tell me what the choose one. It doesn't give me which one I can
'cause
choose.
you failed. There is nothing to choose.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was choose a failure. Sorry.
I'll do that.
No problem.
You know what? So right. I should cook hate more. Thank you for suggesting that, Red.
I didn't even say anything.
I know. I heard Red saying I should cook you more, and I agree. It's a wonderful suggestion.
I'm just a boy.
Listen, this is the perfect chance to expand on the ghost lore. Like opening the frontier, hate. As well, you'll wander about the city, try and see well, ask some of your contacts, and well, other than, well, apparently nobody is sort of keeping an eye on Villarago right now, because recently there's been another like big fight on the streets, and that was kind of a mess. Apparently some bodies were like retrieved. It was a clusterfuck.
What
The hunters
fight was this
are
exactly?
well, they would give you like the street address where it broke down. They're not really sure what happened. There was several like demon corpses were retrieved. That's about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think she would go take a look, but I don't think she'll find much.
Why? Listen, let me worry about what you find.
Of course, Grant, of course.
I want to have this. Ah, Google is so good.
For now. For now.
There we go. Let you go. At this point, they would have like cleared the street. There's maybe you can see some scorch marks on the asphalt, maybe, and maybe find like a bullet casing somewhere. As you're looking about, suddenly you see someone staring at you, quite close. Didn't really feel their presence. As they'll sort of approach and speak. Looking for something in particular?
Not necessarily. Mostly just driven by curiosity's sake. I don't plan for trouble. Just want to see what all the fuss is about.
A few days ago, fight broke out here. Powerful. Not really sure what he was, but fought several demonically tainted humans.
Do you know why exactly why the fight even began, or was it just a hunter?
No, I was stalking a different sort of prey.
I see. I'm not too sure. Is there something that you particularly need from me?
You can help each other out.
And what type of help are you looking for?
My query is that of a ghostly nature. And this city seems to have quite a disorganized structure for its more undead members that are not vampires. You see, everyone in the city seems to either not know or be quite unwilling to talk to me about them.
Well, I'm not too sure what exactly you're looking. I can help you with in that regard. I don't really deal with the ghosts if they are in the city at the very least. They're not my forte.
Now, you may say that, but there is a certain aura about you. You're no regular person. Perhaps you could help
True.
me out. I require a spell or a device that would allow me to track some of them.
I see. And to what ends are you hunting these ghosts then, I have to ask, and how much trouble will this cause me?
I doubt they'll pose much of a threat to you, even if I upset them, but my goals are in a more scientific manner.
Hmm.
I am.
What's your name?
Let's. Where are my manners? They call me Messalina. I am. Oh, you can call me a sorcerer, a witch, a necromancer. I study the dead. And I study death in its many aspects.
I see then. A fellow researcher, I assume then.
My
Oh.
practices are unfortunately not well appreciated by a lot of the more magical institutions, but I hope you won't cast too much judgment.
At the very least, I assume you're going to be here for a while, and it's always nice to make new friends.
She's her face is not doesn't it's not really able to emote,
Hmm.
but there's a sense of friendliness emanating from her that is wonderful to.
Oh, I can. We can do an exchanging of research material, if that's all right to say. I would be interested to see exactly what you've learned, if it's all right.
Is quite all right. Sure, I don't have a lot of my materials here, but
Very well then. Oh, what were you going to say, Graham? Sorry, I didn't mean
no,
to
nothing.
interrupt you. Because then I assume this will be a beginning of a good partnership relationship while you're here, then, if that's all right. I'm not too presumptuous.
She nods.
Well, I can do this service for you, and I can do some research to find some spell to track your ghost.
Wonderful. I
And what
don't
can I?
do
Oh, go on.
modern technology, but may use this to contact me. She's gonna give you a small pendant.
Gotcha. I don't think there's a way to. Oh no, there's no spell for that. No way to tell if it's magical anyway by just
You
looking at it
can
without
actually. You
proper.
have I
Ooh,
mean, you have like a let it out ability, which is like detect. No, detect the presence and function of magical items or spells. You wanna like
uh,
test it for yourself.
yeah. Okay. I will do so.
You can either ignore the corruption or the complication.
I'll take the corruption.
Yeah. As so mark that on your sheet, and yeah, as
Yes.
it emanates with magic. As you realize, this is a two-way communication device that will respond to your intention. And you can also tell that this is not like normal magic. It feels quite would be the word. It's not malicious, but it's definitely
Insidious.
alien. It
Hmm.
feels weird.
What an odd thing you have here. Uh, how did you even make this?
We'll keep that for a second meeting.
Very well then. I will get in contact with you when I have this spell done.
Lovely. We'll see you then.
Of course. Lovely to meet you.
She nods as see her almost like dissipate, slowly fading.
That's a list of cool things I would like to one day want to do. Fade in and out like Batman has seen. Grunt, would I like to presume that is a debt as well? From
Yes,
her?
you can add. You can add. Yeah,
Thank you.
help her with.
Okie dokie. I will do so. Yeah, outside of that, keeping the pendant on her, she would more likely make her way towards the sanctum to begin this job that she's now taken.
Oh, you've been doing this. Johnny, how have you been spending the last couple of days?
I think he's been doing good. Yeah. Um.
Anything you want to do? Not sure if you're silent or lagging out. Flavia?
She died.
Yeah, I'll assume lagging
No.
out.
No.
Oh,
Uh.
dude, my internet was perfect right up until now. So fuck
It
me,
knew.
I guess.
It knew.
I said it knew. Yeah. I said he's been doing good. Sad and happy at the same time. He did want to look for Iris, I think, last time.
Yeah, well, give me a hit the streets roll. Let's see, what's wild? Not good. Is it also minus? Double check.
I don't know.
Fine, that's what I have. No, it's a 0. So yeah, just roll with the hit the streets 0.
Okay. Oh well. It is what it, at least it's not Snake Eyes. Uh,
Yeah. So, well, let me look through my gallery of things that I can fuck you over with.
It's fine. Damn, you should see how my cat is sleeping right now. Holy shit.
Me, because I remember. It's the let's see. Marshall, that's his name. Yeah, because you owe him some stuff. You know what? Your phone is ringing. You'll probably like look around for a couple of days, ask a couple of questions, but nothing yet. You can't. Nobody has seen her or has any like fake connections that are available at this very moment. But your phone is gonna be ringing on the 4th day, I guess, as Marshall is calling you. Don't disconnect again on me, Flavia.
Flavia, don't you die on me, damn it!
Damn, you're taking so long, I'm kind of getting worried.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No! No!
Oh no.
What? It's not my internet, it was Discord, because I had signal. What the fuck?
It heard I'm Romanian and it blocked me. It's the Italian the internet services ISPs are like, no.
I am so confused.
No,
Sorry.
I was saying
Like,
that
I reconnected and it's working perfectly. Like, this is so weird.
So I was saying that while you can't find any information right now on Iris, your phone after a couple of days will be ringing, and it's Marshall calling you, the werewolf that assisted you with the whole Villarago thing. Because you do owe some debts.
Why is this related, Grant?
It's not.
Yeah, he'll pick up.
Why would it be related?
Mm-hmm.
You owe
I
him
don't
favors though. Time to pay up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he'll pick up.
Hey, Johnny, how are things going with you?
Hey, yeah, it's going.
Cool. So, well, I'm gonna need some help.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna contact some of the hunter friends of yours, because I heard you're pretty well connected with them, and you're gonna tell them that Brooklyn is off limits for the next week.
Okay. Is something going on that you or maybe I shouldn't ask.
I was
guess.
about to say, don't ask questions
Yeah.
you don't want answers to. Listen, safe to
Yep.
say we have some business there. It's not gonna spill into any well, let's say mortal affairs, but well, you know how hunters can be sometimes a bit trigger itchy.
Yeah, fair enough. As long as it doesn't, then I don't think they will look too much into it. So yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Cool. Give me a solid, Johnny. It's,
Why is he speaking like that? You're making me anxious.
now listen, this will clear the 2 favors you have with him, because it's a big thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close the phone call. You dial up your good friend Dimas.
Yeah, how I don't know how to go about this. Like how let's say how close am I with Dimas? Because I don't think I can straightly go up to him and say, yeah, you just don't go there for a week.
You're like good friends with him. Like you've been like sort of work buddies for some time now.
Mhm.
I'm looking at his sheet. You do also owe him 3 fucking favors, so
I do?
yeah. So
Oh, I didn't have it on my sheet.
yeah, God keeps track of everything. But yeah, no, you could like make an argument if you like persuade him, if you like talk to him, maybe offer him something in return. Having no hunter presence from his group in Brooklyn is not like a simple ask, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like I would say the most prominent faction in that borough. So
Yeah, then I guess Johnny will be pretty upfront with it. Yeah, you call Dimas. I mean, I already owe him 3 debts, so might as well make it 6 or something.
as yeah, he'll pick up the phone. Hey John, how are you doing?
Hey, yeah, good. I have something to ask, Dimas. Do you want to come over for a little bit, or maybe I can come to you?
Yeah, you can stop by. Some free time.
Yeah, I'll be over in fuck it, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I don't know how big New York is. I don't know how it
Quite
takes me to get there.
quite big, but don't you worry about that. Yeah, as you eventually get in your car, drive to his place, get let through, and walk into his office. Dale's sort
Hey,
of
how are things going after the job? Because I think some of his guys also got hurt, right? It wasn't just
yeah,
the werewolves.
yeah.
Hmm.
Says, well, recovering a bit with the whole Draga fiasco.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm going to be quite straight with you, Dimas. Marshall called me tonight. And, I also asked him to be on the job with you to get the two souls back.
Yeah, I think I remember the
He's
guy.
asked me. He's asked me to try and not have much hunter presence in Brooklyn for the next week.
Why?
I don't know. He said it wasn't anything that would bleed into mortal affairs.
And why should I believe that? You gonna vouch for him?
Well, how good do I know Marshall?
You,
Do I
you've talked to him
know him
once
at
and he
all?
helped you with what, like one job.
Okay.
You're not like friends or buddies or anything.
Yeah. Well, can't say I can vouch for him, but I think
And
he
no.
also knows that. Hmm. Let me think.
Well, never mind. Oh, you owe him. Never mind. So, listen. Can
Oh,
you...
yeah.
Oh no, Flavia's dying again.
I'm not.
You are. If you want, you can always persuade an NPC. You want to sting?
Yes, let's leave it to the dice. Maybe I roll snake eyes again and he's gonna fucking hate me. What are you saying, Red? You're the only one doing the seducing in this game. Where the fuck is it? Oh, why is it not running?
I'll blame your internet.
Now it rolls like 5 times in a row.
Um,
Wait,
was
let
on
me
my
refresh
end.
the page.
Oh,
No, I don't think it was Grant. Let me see.
But I can roll for you.
Persuade. Oof. You would do that for me?
Yeah. See, full success.
That-
Yeah, just explain to me how you like gonna say this to him.
Then I am the clown. So I think if I his issue is mainly that their business into mortals, or they mess with mortals or kill mortals. They don't really give a fuck if anything happens to supernaturals, right?
Yeah, Dimas is not that concerned about political power plays in the city. Eh,
Then yeah. Say well, I do owe him. Some of his guys did die on the job, but I understand your concerns, and it's true I don't know Marshall that well, and I don't know what this is about, but I'm going to look into it, and I'm going to make sure that he keeps his word and it doesn't lead into mortal business, and that hopefully no one gets hurt.
Fine, fine. Trust you on this one. Better not backfire.
If it does, then it's on me, of course, and I will do it to make sure it doesn't.
I'll let my people know.
I'm sorry I had this of you. Did you say anything?
You're cutting out massively, Flavia.
Oh,
See, it only picks up when
I
you like.
heard you.
It only picks up when it like you start swearing or become upset. Maybe you should be upset more often. Maybe that's the key to success.
Damn.
Maybe I should just disconnect and reconnect every 5 seconds, because it seems like it fixes it for some reason. I'm so confused because I'm not lagging. Well, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Johnny just yeah, and well, never mind then, I guess.
Sorry, Flavia. I heard like 3 words out of that entire sentence.
See, the thing is, I hear you perfectly.
Well, listen, then type it into chat. Listen, we can do this. We can do this. Type it into chat. I'll even like narrate what you type into chat,
Oh,
so
I'm
it like
gonna
comes up on the
cry.
recording for the historians.
No, it's fine. He just said that okay, and he's sorry he had to ask of domestic
Yeah,
because he knows it's a hard ask.
yeah. Well, and with that, I'll sort of start organizing to make sure his people don't interfere with whatever fucking political plays are gonna happen in Brooklyn soon. Sure, not gonna backfire at all.
Yeah, I'm sure this is not gonna backfire. Johnny will call Marshall back,
Yeah, I'll immediately pick up. Hey.
or maybe even ask him to come over to his place, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Could meet you up within like an hour or so and like let him in and so managed to set the thing up.
Hey, yeah. This is this wasn't easy to do. I hope you understand. My friends, let's just say I'm not going to get into your business. I don't intend or getting into a supernatural business, but you realize that if anything blows up, the people do get hurt. There is not really much
Listen, don't
I can
worry,
do at that point, right?
nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be a smooth operation. It's just we need hunters to not be there so we can like make sure that nobody's gonna fuck with us. Don't worry about it.
No, I understand, but you see, our operation was also supposed to be a smooth operations. There's many things you can't account for, Marshall. Do you need my help with anything else? If I can help with anything that can make this smoother, then as long as no one gets hurt, then I will help.
I am more than willing to accept help, but this is if you want to get involved in this. Listen, the more firepower and the more people we have on our side, the smoother it will be.
I already am involved, I feel like. So
Well, do you have any like contact with sorcerers in Brooklyn? And I think there's a couple here.
I do. What do you need a sorcerer for?
Well, just as the hunters, they just need to not be about and like pick up the phone for like a week in case anyone's calling, anyone important is calling.
Now this is getting weirder and weirder. Johnny looks concerned. I guess I can see what I can do.
I'll owe you for that one as well.
I can't promise you anything. I'm that close with them to ask their business, but I am getting a bit concerned. Marshall, are you? You know what? As long as no mortals get hurt, I'll see what I can do, I guess.
Pat you on the shoulder with a big smile. Awesome, I know you are the man.
This guy. Are all werewolves like this?
Reach out if something happens or if you manage to get anything through. Really appreciate the help.
Yeah. Be careful.
I am always careful. Take his leave.
Marshall.
Listen, there's only one big important sorcerer here.
Yep, that is. I am pointing a finger right now. I mean, there is only one sorcerer that Johnny knows. As soon as I meet another one and I roll old friends, old favors, red, I will tell you what other sorcerer Johnny knows.
Listen,
But
every bit
yeah,
helps. Every bit
um,
helps. Technically, you know Victor too.
yeah, technically Victor.
But like Victor isn't that tied to city
Yeah.
politics like Wanda is, so
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Johnny will try to reach out to Wanda.
I presume she's at home when this happens,
Yeah.
Brent? Is that alright to say? Okay. Harley's just gonna rub this in her Victor's face when she gets there, but stops before. Johnny. Nah, haven't seen you in like, I think, a few hours.
A few hours.
She's joking about the fact that we just saw each other not too long ago.
Yeah.
Almost a day ago.
Oh no,
we've seen each
I
other
was
like
confused.
3,
I am
4
confused.
days ago.
Oh, okay, that's how long time has passed.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Oof. Can I come meet you? I have a. Let's say counsel to ask.
I presume so. I'm working on a bit of a job, but I can put it on pause so we can have a chat. Is everything all right?
I won't take too much of your time. Yeah, no, everything is fine. I'm just, let's say, dealing with the consequences of my own actions.
That's alarming, but okay. Yeah. I'll bring out some tea, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I'll bring biscuits.
Yeah, she would presumably wait for Johnny to come back. Oh, come to say hello, assumably.
Well, I guess you'll inform Virginia again that you have more fucking guests.
Yeah,
Gonna point out, you know that bringing people here is quite dangerous and not safe.
Well, Johnny meant kind of like the cemetery, if you want.
Yeah, I kind of thought we were gonna meet at the cemetery. Don't worry, Virginia.
Well,
She's not coming inside
Then
the house.
you are waiting in the cemetery as the.
With a pot of tea and biscuits. Listen, it's cozy.
Johnny, it's lovely to see you again, as always.
Yeah, likewise, Wanda.
And now, what
feel like
trouble have you
I-
brought?
Well, I'm not sure it's exactly true. But, with the whole Villarago fiasco, I asked a couple friends and the group of werewolves for help to retrieve the 2 souls. And the job went a bit haywire. Well, Marshall, that is a werewolf, asked me to, let's say, ask my hunter friends if they can, not look too much into Brooklyn for the past week, which is concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And, well, I told them that as long as wouldn't whatever they're doing would lead into mortal.
There she
I'm
goes.
losing you, Flavia. I'm losing you. Are you there? Oh no.
Put my finger on
No, Flavia. This isn't turning out all right.
It's
Why
good.
does that
Disconnect her
bring
every
us-
time she lags out and like try again, come back.
There she is. There she is.
I am back.
Okay, we got as far as you telling me that your friend said, like, hey, as long as they don't get in the way of mortal affairs. I think that's what the last thing I heard.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing this, because it's acting weird.
And it will apparently help you by disconnecting you so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I said that, well, as long as it bleed into mortal affairs, mortals get hurt, then my friends wouldn't care that much, but you can see why I'm a bit concerned. And I just want to make sure that things go smoothly and no one get hurt. And Marshall seems to think that a sorcerer not looking too much into Brooklyn affairs again would help that out, which is
I. Oh,
that's what we're doing.
I didn't hear the last thing you said, Flavia. Can you repeat yourself, please?
Yeah, fuck. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'll fix it tomorrow, I swear. I'm just been procrastinating. Yeah, he said that Marshall again said that sorcerers do not looking would help a lot, but Johnny is basically concerned about what they're doing and just wants to make sure that as few as possible people get hurt.
Wanda has a raised eyebrow as she kind of looks at Johnny in a bit disbelief. And I'm a bit confused here. So your unknown werewolf friend wants you to ensurely keep hunters out of the city, and wants, from what you say, well, the only sorcerer you know to keep sorcerers out from looking too deeply into their affairs. It sounds like a kid telling me not to show up to school the next day.
It does. It does. And I'm not asking you I'm not asking you this. I know it's weird, and this is your place. If you hear anything about it, would you let me know?
I will, though I feel like you should try to find out exactly what this friend of yours is doing. And saying that it doesn't interfere with mortals doesn't mean by most hunters' definition, I'm not considered a mortal either. Neither is the people I care about.
That is true.
Do you know anything of what they seem to want to keep the hunters out of the city for, specifically? And for that matter, if it wasn't going to involve mortals, then they wouldn't have need to ask these hunters to leave, then, would they? Or interfere at all? So it sounds like they plan to do something that's gonna cause either something very loud or something that they're not supposed to do at all.
Grant. You are right. Maybe I didn't think this through.
I don't presume your relationship with this werewolf associate. I presume you two are close, since you asked such a big favor and you agreed to it without too much.
We are not that close, but I did owe him for helping me out with the Virago thing.
Oh, okay. I assume that means that you build a deep bond of camaraderie and hanging out after saving innocent lives. Yes? Yes?
Wait, no, I'm confused. What do you mean, Red?
She's literally asked like, you guys must be the best friends. Like you guys have a deep bond and you know this guy. Like you are literally know this guy. Like this isn't just some random schmuck.
No, he just did me a favor. Yeah, I feel like this was a lot of ask to him for this, wasn't it?
It is alarming, Johnny. It is very alarming. But I do
I'll
appreciate.
remind you, you did owe him 2 favors. This entire thing costs you 2 favors with the hunters.
Yeah.
And if you like do the thing with Wanda, then he will owe you.
Oh,
At this
I
point,
see.
if you like convince Wanda to like close her cell phone for a week, then he will owe you favors. Well, 1 favor, or just Wanda.
I see. Why are you doing that in chat, Grant? That is
I appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I appreciate you letting me know about this, Johnny. I'm not too sure what your friend intends for this one, but thank you for telling me.
Damn.
Is there anything else?
No, not really. No. Yeah, I don't think Johnny will try to convince Wanda to, because he is also concerned about it. So. I don't know what to do really, because I regret telling him yes. I regret it.
You owed him though. That's
Yeah, I
Like-
owed him. I couldn't really. Yeah.
yeah. You would have had to roll, try and like reject the debts, and that's in the past now. Listen.
Damn, really?
Yeah, you can't say no to debts just flat out. There's a roll for that. And even if you succeed on the roll, it just sort of like throws the can down the road.
Yeah, no, I thought so.
If you like break your word, then basically your reputation with that entire like group of people like gets absolutely fucking trashed, and they'll all hate you for it. Like, being like not able to convince Wanda is not like a big thing. It's like, well, I tried. Whatever. You can just lie to him, or you can just tell him whatever, it didn't work out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing else you two want to talk about.
Yeah, Wanda's gonna have to try to make some calls, basically, but she would ultimately say goodbye to Johnny if there's nothing else he wants to bring up.
Yeah, no, I don't think there would be. I'm just taking too long to think about it, but it's fine. Yeah, Nah, fuck it. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Johnny basically said, "I know I can't ask this of you, but like to to actually close your phone for a week. To at least what looks like a backstab. How am I backstabbing him?
You told Wanda only for Wanda to start like telling people that. You do realize that that looks like you just backstabbed the fuck out of him.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, then I have to like there would have been no point in coming to Wanda if I didn't intend to ask her to shut her phone for a week.
You've already had that conversation, so is the conversation over? Because she clearly said no.
Then yes, it is.
Okay. Are you gonna inform Marshall about this?
Well, yes. I mean, he did say to inform him. Well, I tried.
Well, you call him and he's gonna pick up and say, well, now the question is, Johnny, was she like not interested? Is this gonna be a problem for me now?
I think she was not interested. I don't think it would be a problem for you.
And roll me a mislead on it.
Ah, damn it.
Clearly worried. So. Fine. I think your like mind score is good.
Grant.
And bullshit people. See? You can pick two of those. I'll assume confused for some time and create an opportunity for Wanda. Unless you want to avoid further entanglement right now. But I'll this will come back to bite you in the ass if Wanda like fucks
Yeah,
over with this
I feel like I can't avoid the entanglement with this. So yeah, I will confuse them for some time. And what does create an opportunity mean?
Well, Wanda will have more time to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Because he's gonna completely disregard her for now.
Yeah, fair enough. Then that's it.
Yeah.
Those two.
Say,
then.
well, you can't win them all. Thanks anyways for trying. Catch you later.
Yeah. I feel like even if I tell this man to be cautious, it's not gonna mean anything to him.
It will, because if you tell him, hey, no, actually, wait, I don't think this is. Wanda was like worried, and I think she might like dig into this. He's gonna be able to react, and he won't consider this a betrayal. This only becomes a betrayal because you just kind of lied to him.
Damn.
But yeah, Wanda, as Johnny will take his leave. What are you gonna do about this rather alarming conspiracy?
Well, I gotta tell some people and try to figure out what the fuck this werewolf Marshall guy. I presume Johnny gave me a name of Marshall.
Yeah, he did.
Tell me otherwise. Okay.
No, he actually did in the conversation. Told you
Gotcha,
who Marshall
okay.
was and what his like connection to the guy was.
Okay, gotcha. I need to find out what the fuck this guy is planning, and I need to make sure I tell the right people, Grunt. So
just
I
call
presume
Thomas.
yeah, so I'm like, I have one guy I can call. I'm gonna call. There was Thomas, and there was another person, but yes, Thomas is who Wanda will give a ring to, basically.
Yeah, gonna pick up the phone. Wanda, my dear, how can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Fisher. I apologize for the call, but I have some concerns. It's come to my knowledge, apparently, that well, someone has asked some hunters, local hunters, to stay out of the city for a week.
That is concerning. Where did you learn this from?
local hunter. I usually work with and have jobs for work with on jobs and such. Came to me saying that he made a deal, I guess, with this werewolf fellow of his, and he cashed in by asking him to first to have the hunters stay out of the way for a week, and apparently they don't intend to add mortal affairs, as they say, but I'm not too sure about that. And then asked Johnny to find out about some sorcerers, magic people, and just ensure that no one looks at their phone for the next week.
Well, somebody tried to kill me a few days ago, so I presume this is take two. You might have heard of the attack on the street.
Yes, I didn't get much in the ways of details. I didn't even know Are you okay?
Quite so. I had some help. An oracle. There. She and her people, I guess, took care of those. Saved my life, really. Well, I assume this is attempt number 2.
Grunt, I want to ask a quick question. Is it common to have such brawled fights on the open like this, or is it more subtle, like assassination attempts, or this is just something that just happens every once in a while?
It's not. This wasn't like a complete it's not like there's a war on the street. This was just a hit that got caught by Claire's guy, basically, because they were just planning on like doing a drive-by shooting, more or less, like the equivalent of that. And I would say, see, in the city I was in, this would be like fucking all over the news. A huge incident in New York.
Then it's like, okay, I sort of see what.
Sometimes I have to adjust my expectations for big American cities.
Okay, I gotcha. At the very least, I'm going to be honest. I'd rather not see you dead if I can help it.
You appreciate that.
All I know is that
you letting me know. I will. Well, I'll have to prepare myself.
Very well, then. I'm also your employee, Mr. Fisher, so if you need any assistance from me, don't hesitate to ask. And I can also look into this and try to figure out what exactly this werewolf marshal plans to do.
I actually would. If hunters are not going to be present, well, we merely have to have supernatural forces to keep the violence from escalating. I wouldn't happen to know anyone who could provide some muscle.
Ooh, Grunt, she has a couple people that will provide muscle, right? But
you do.
Does she have access? There's only one person she would be able to talk to about that normally. Okay. I think I have a few people in mind I can get in contact with and see if I can work something out.
I would be greatly in debt for you for this.
Of course, Mr. Fisher. I'll get back to you as soon as I find out, get some good news.
Thank you. I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Of course. He can't breathe. What do you mean? But she will say goodbye and hang up the phone, of course.
Yeah, listen, it's a good thing. Who knows where he would like gone for like aid if you couldn't provide it.
That's true. That's true. What will you do without me, Thomas? Hopefully not die. God, please.
So yeah. Yeah, see, it's all the memes Mac's actually posting. So actually you can blame Mac, Flo, yeah. Wanda, what are you gonna do?
Well, there's only one set of group of monsters that she's aware of right now, Grunt, which I presume is Abaddon, to say the least.
Yeah, you can definitely
going there.
Reach out.
Yeah, I'm gonna call up Abaddon and hope she's gonna be okay with it.
Unfortunately, the interdimensional telephone company is not yet set up.
Yeah, she would go
to her place.
Yeah, she was gonna. I want to let Victor know so he's aware in the same loop as well. Just let him know, like, hey.
Victor is fiddling with that like amulet been provided.
Yes, I know, I know. She was basically gonna rub this in his face about what the cool thing she found. Uh, Victor, I'm gonna be out for a few, hopefully not too long. I'm gonna stop by Abaddon's place and see if I can work something out with her.
He seems to not be paying attention to you.
Have fun with the. Wait, actually, be careful with that. Don't break it, and if you figure it out, let me know.
There's no reaction from him.
God, I can't believe I love him. And she's just gonna take her leave, giving Cammy a hug on her way out, presumably just gonna take care of business.
Cammy's not in right now.
Oh my god, where is she?
She went with Zoran
Okay.
to hang out.
Okay. She probably texts Cammy that she's gonna be out. Please make sure your father eats some food and have fun. She's gonna go. God damn it.
Gonna text you back. He's a Fae. He doesn't need to eat, Mom.
Well, I worry about him. I just don't know if he's just gonna stay in there all day and not move for days on end.
You worry about everyone, so I think he'll be fine.
I'll leave some cookies out or something then. Have fun, dear, basically.
As we'll head out to go to Inferno Club, you'll walk in and as you'll inform one of the guards here that you wanna chat with Abaddon. You brought up to the VIP area. Greets you. Seem you've caught her in a good mood. Wanda, how are things?
Things are going as well as one could be. They can always be better. They can always be worse. Good to see that you see things are going well as well. She kind of looks around a bit of the club compared to the last time she was here.
Miles says, "You know me, world domination and all."
Of course. But outside of your world domination, I've come to ask for a favor.
What's this about?
Apparently, there's going to be an attempt on the life of my boss, and I would like to prevent that from happening.
It's like your boss, one of the big wigs in the city.
Yes, his name is Thomas Fisher.
I'll probably forget it soon. So, listen, if you want him protected, I guess I can send a few people.
You seem surprised to hear apparently that I work for someone at all.
Not surprised, just a bit surprised. I thought you would be in charge, honestly.
I can barely hold my personal life together. I don't think I can hold much anything else.
You see. Two things are very separate. You could lead an entire organization around the globe and still not get your personal life in order.
That's true enough. At the very least.
Good question, though.
Hmm?
Would you be interested in, assuming more of a leadership position in your city?
I'm not too sure. Most things run without my input. I was trying to do the whole political game, as they say, but we all know where that led.
She
I mainly wanted to
sort of.
Hmm?
I need to stop you for a bit. Where did that lead exactly?
Well, no friends to speak of, though not without meeting you, of course. I mainly wanted to do it for my daughter's protection, so I guess I could say it kind of had a bit of a benefit, though.
Let me count on one hand. You have the old hunter guy, have Villarago. I'm pretty sure you have contacts with several mages. You have contacts with a very powerful vampire. And you have me. So there's a lot of people actually about it. And you've been doing this for like, what, a month? I think that's pretty good.
Never looked at it that way, but thank you. It's easy to not see the bigger picture sometimes. Leading, I guess. I mainly want to do it to guess protect my family, loved ones. Simple as that. Not really unique, I know, but still. Maybe do a couple of cool experiments with some local fauna. I don't know. I haven't really thought outside of what I want to do.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Because if you just want to hang out in the tower, I guess that's fine. But if you want to, you know, put yourself out there. You know, I always thought, 5 vampires ruling New York. That's kind of boring. What if there was like at least one wizard ruling New York?
I would hate to see what happened to the vampire who lost their spot. They're not ones to give up power so easily.
Well, it's true. But if you're asking me for bodyguards, it sounds like people are already gunning for things.
Right, can I figure someone out? Is that
Yes.
alright? Can I roll that? Okay. Guys, gods, please don't fail me. Oh, thank God.
Questions?
Yeah, I guess I want to see what is. I feel like Wanda feels like there's a double conversation going on that she's kind of missing a bit of. What exactly is how do I put this? I presumably, what is she hoping to get out of this whole thing with working for Tom, like helping Wanda with Thomas, like in the sense of like bodyguarding him? Is
She
she?
doesn't care about Thomas. She cares about to see if you would be interested in taking higher level politics play so that she can have an ally in New York.
Gotcha. I will hold off my next question because Wanda's gonna ask. Because I'm not, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea. Having a bit of say, I guess, to make things a little easier in the long run would be nice. And I do actually want to try to, well, closing myself off was never the intention. I started this whole thing trying to hopefully take a different path. But I don't want to see Thomas die for that.
Who said anything about killing Thomas? Is he not the one you
True.
want to protect? Just
Nah, you brought him up, so I want to.
we just instead of playing defense, we play offense. After all, if the assassins are dead before they try to commit the assassinations, well, that's still technically like keeping him safe, no?
You sound like you already know who plans to assassinate him. Then.
Why would I know that? That sounds. I'm not omniscient, Wanda.
You're not omniscient, but you're a hell of a lot more powerful and clever than anyone I've met so far.
Gonna smile at that. Ah, you flatter.
But I wouldn't be opposed to the idea.
Although I'm gonna say something in my lack of knowledge and complete cluelessness about the situation. If you choose to save this man, you are positioning yourself against some very, very dangerous and powerful individuals that I have no issue with helping you against, but I would be, let's say, financing both sides of the war at that point, and that doesn't sound very productive.
It doesn't.
So I'm gonna ask,
Sounds like a lot.
why is this man so important for you?
I've known Thomas for a very long time. He's employed me, helped me, and honestly, he hasn't asked much in the way that he could have. It's a relationship that is built on business but trust as well. And honestly, he has been kind to me when he didn't have to be. Simple as that.
Would you be willing then to fight one of the other burgomasters?
Yes.
Just gonna smile. Good. I'm gonna give you the information to, let's just say, disarm our opponent. I need to maintain a neutral stance on this outwardly, so I can't give you more than info and feign ignorance in certain situations. Someone is trying to get Thomas killed, that they can grab his assets, resources, cause a bit of chaos as well. Probably offer you a new employment contract.
I see. That means someone very powerful and someone very
Mhm.
dangerous.
Quite
And
so.
Grunt, based on her words, I assume she's thinking that someone else who's also a burgomaster, based on what Abaddon
Yes.
just said earlier.
Yeah.
I presume.
It's most likely another burgomaster.
Mm. So it's definitely going to be one of the other four then.
Quite so. They are also employing some of my assets through a proxy. I can't tell you exactly which one, but well,
Oh. Very well. I will presumably have some investigations to do, and as well as news to give back to Thomas, if that's all right.
yes. Well, don't. Well, you want to take over. You don't need to report to Thomas. After all, you should start switching things up so that Thomas slowly understands that you are more of an equal in this relationship rather than, well, employee. I may suggest to go talk to some of the people that are planning his assassination and get them to work for you instead.
That's a bold move.
The only kind of move I know.
Very well, the only start I have is a werewolf by the name of Marshall.
Sounds good enough. Werewolves are loyal by nature. I'm sure if you convince him, he can spread the word around.
Very well. Any tips to persuade someone to switch sides?
Be charming.
I'll try my best.
If you're gonna shake up the city and its power structure, it's best to recruit from the bottom. And I don't see any werewolves in charge of anything.
You bring up a very good point. Very well then. Abaddon, I'll take your advice. And thank you as well.
Can I ask for something in return for all this wonderful advice I'm giving you?
Of course.
You're gonna be upset if I teach your daughter certain tricks.
May I ask what tricks we're pertaining to? Is it combat? Is it spells?
Spells.
I am going to be honest, Abaddon. I'm still a nervous Nancy, as my daughter likes to make fun of, but she's a growing girl, and I intended this entire thing for her to get the tools she needs to protect herself if anything happens to me or what have you. And eventually I knew she was going to grow beyond my abilities, so yes, I actually would appreciate if you would ensure my daughter would know how to keep herself safe.
There is a way I think I can prevent any Fey influence to snag her. I'm gonna talk to her about it, but I wanted to get your approval first, because I know how protective you can be of her.
I appreciate it. It's nice when people seem to actually understand. I just want to be told and left in the dark.
I know. I also like to be told things, and sometimes I Oh, I'm not. Then I get upset. Then I soulbound people.
Understandable.
I think I understand your frustration with certain individuals.
I also want to ask, is he going to be all right?
Hope so. We've had a bit of time together, but talking about certain things in the past is still quite awkward.
I can't entirely say I understand exactly what you're going through, but I can at least understand the idea of trying to mend a relationship is hard. And sometimes you'll take some steps back, but I hope it works out with you too.
She smiles and nods and says, "Thanks." And well, if you ever need time to vent, I remember that Victor was always stubborn in a different way.
He is. It's both frustrating and also why I love him at the same time. So I guess eggs on my face.
She's gonna like nod, and it's a very understanding nod.
Oh
Uh,
God.
You are
but,
bonding over this.
Oh no. Wanda just gives a nice smile and a nod as she will thank Abaddon for her help. And I presume she's still going to do the bodyguard thing for Thomas, right? 'Cause,
Yeah, she can still send a couple defend him.
Gotcha. And she will take her leave, saying goodbye on her way out.
You know what? I'm gonna switch now. Scenes. It's time for your 20 minutes of screen time, Mr. Anderson.
Yippee!
Last time I think you were going to meet an angel, if I remember correctly.
He said there was gonna. He said he would try and get me a meeting in like a few days. I want to say.
Yeah. So it's been a few days. I'm not sure if you
Alright.
wanted to do anything in those few days.
Honestly, it probably would have just been like. That's cool. It probably would have just been like hanging around his anchors, really.
Well, I think like the easiest anchor to hang around. Would you have like checked in on your sister, mate?
Yeah, he probably would have checked in on her, see how she's doing.
Prime analyst. Ah, you know what? This is perfect. Why should I make things easy?
Why should you, Grant?
You know what? Don't remember how you died either.
I don't. And it's only been a few months.
Yeah. A good question. Let me actually expand a bit on that. Do you have any like other family?
It's honestly, it's probably not unreasonable that my parents are still here. They were here for several years. I don't know if you want them to have moved away or if
Oh,
they're
that's
still
fine.
here or.
Both parents are still
Yeah.
like around.
All right, then yeah, pretty much just those two. You know what? I'm not sure if my sister's married. If you want her to be married, that's like totally cool.
Fine. We'll say maybe they're not in the city. Maybe they're. I assume New York has like suburbs, right? Or doesn't it have?
I have no idea.
Because you did.
There's.
I do remember that you moved away to the countryside. So I think they're like around. They're still like alive, but they're not like in the cities specifically. They're like close by.
Yeah, they do have some suburb areas. Like Westchester County or something like that, I think is one of the places called.
Janet. You know what? Perfect.
I'm glad I could help, Grant.
As yeah, well, you check in on your sister as maybe you go like check out her workplace or at home. Where are you like?
Depends on the time of day. Like if it's during the day, I probably check her work. If it's not, then I would check.
You have 3 days. You can pick both place and time.
I'll check at her house. I don't want to, bother her at work.
That's because as you like, you're like heading over to see how she's doing at home. Can't notice, but spot someone sort of in a nearby car parked on the street, clearly, stalking their home.
That's not good.
It's not. See kind of like a middle-aged man. Would you go to investigate him? Because you are technically like unseen.
Yeah, I would definitely go over and just like look at him, like look at his license plate,
moment,
see if he's like got any like identifying things on him.
Yeah, I think that's one will be very easy to spot. Just need to find a good picture. This picture.
A villainous picture, Grunt. This guy's a villain?
So maybe you don't need to judge him based on the.
You know what? What? I mean, he's only stalking my family.
Sure, he does it out of the.
I'm sure maybe he's just a really aggressive people watcher.
Huh. Actually, never mind. Actually, no. I changed my mind live on air.
Live on air.
Yeah, you see this guy. So many pictures. So in the car, keeping an eye on.
Let's see this man. Does he look villainous?
No. What about? He looks normal.
That is a normal looking man, you're right. So he's just sitting there watching,
Yes, like he's clearly like stalking the house.
Okay. If I like pop my head into his car and like look around, is there like any like things lying around that might like be clues as to like what he is or what he's doing here? Or...
Well, I mean, you look around the car and you see like there's a bunch of like wrappers. He seems to have been like staking a couple of times, and you can see in the back more like snacks. So he's like prepping for a long night, maybe.
Dang. Is he writing anything down? Is he
No.
at all, or
No, weirdly enough, no. He does just seem
Huh.
to have like a completely like focused gaze on the house.
sadly ghosts don't have phones? Well, this is quite concerning. You know, I do. There was that mage who, that necromancer, Maybe. He said he wasn't gonna be. He said he was just gonna be back in a few days, though. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't have a way to contact him.
Nope.
Oh no.
Can always.
I need to. You know, I'm gonna go off and try and find Adam.
Are you gonna leave this man alone?
Oh, you're right. I probably shouldn't. You know, I'll stay here. I'll stay here and watch him. See what he's doing. You know, see if he ever
As-
actually like does anything.
As he sort of like waits there, and as time will go by, and a couple of hours go, and it'll eventually get to night. As at some point he will like leave the car. As you follow him home, he's clearly like approaching your sister's house,
Mhm.
and he's just gonna knock on the door. As your sister's husband's gonna like open up. It's like at 10 p.m. He'll say, "Sir, I'm sorry to bother you at this late hour, but I have news about your wife's brother. I may come in." Let's give him a name. Let's give him this husband a name. Married to. Call him. I was gonna say John. Like,
Wait, John or Bucky?
gonna call him fucking Hugo. There we go.
Hugo. Yeah, Hugo's a good name.
So I can make the Hugo Weaving joke. Yeah, so Hugo kind of like looks at him a bit confused and says, this is late and I don't think this is funny at all." He like goes to close the door, and then you see the man sort of like his foot in and just push easily through as he will like shut the door, as you can just kind of float through it.
Yeah.
As you can hear like you can see like your sister is a bit panicking in the other room, as her husband's gonna shout to call the police, as the man says, "I can get your brother back." And there's like a moment they both sort of freeze up, as you can feel like the room get quite well. You can't really feel it because you're dead, but you can see in their breaths as the room temperature drops, as they start like condensing air every time they breathe. It says,
Mhm.
"I need you all to listen to me and let help you." Weirdly enough, she's like stuck with her phone in her hand and weirdly complying with him. As gonna push past the husband and approach your sisters. "Want your brother back? I can do that for you. Just need something in exchange." She's gonna say with like a bit of a trembling voice. What's that?" Well, a bit of your life force. Say. The only way to bring back the dead is to sacrifice something from the living. And as she's like very confused at what the fuck is happening, he's gonna put his hand on her shoulder as you see like the panic dissipating from her. Yeah,
Oh well.
yeah, you're right. I should.
Grunt, I think it's at this point I should step in.
Yeah, listen, now you can step in and stop, or like try and stop this anytime you want.
Yeah. I am going to be. Let's see. What is some of the? What is it that I can do exactly?
You have like a couple of event abilities. You can use your let it out to just attack them. You can take the wall to just use an additional person. Just fucking get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, the psychic blast of energy is an area, so I'd hurt her too. That's
Yeah.
bad. Hmm.
Can manifest and like try to like argue for it, but kind of weird whatever the thing is happening here.
Yeah, it seems like she's being mind controlled, honestly. So I think I'm actually going to Nah, my blood is not very. Well, actually, it's +1. I mean, second to step. You know, I think I'm going to immediately. If I try and wall, can I try and drag him out?
Yeah, so you would roll like escape a situation, and you can bring someone with you. Like you can
Okay, I am going
unironically yank them and dematerialize them as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and drag this guy out.
Yeah, give me escape a situation.
It's a partial success.
You have to choose one of those. Now choose one as well.
All right.
Listen, after the last hunter session, Win needs like a new business model.
Oh my god.
Just because she's stuck to someone's soul doesn't mean her like goons are.
For gooners. I think I am going to owe an NPC a debt for their aid. Can I do that, or would that be like that'd be like really weird, or should I pick something else?
No, because I'm gonna spawn in someone who might help you with this. Because there is the, let's just say you are being sort of watched, and I think it's gonna be funny if you, oh, Angel of Death.
That would be.
So let me think. Because you wanna like use the.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
End up in another dangerous situation. So you know what? What if it's not the friendly angel that finds you?
A mean angel.
What if it's not an angel at all? As like, yeah, you kind of grab him as you have to manifest to sort of be able to like touch him. And as you like, there's the question is which two, because you can be touched and can be heard, right? I feel like because you don't want your
Probably
sister to see you.
I'd probably go for touch and heard. Yeah.
So you yank him and you start dragging him as you both phase through a nearby wall before like the man turns around, like, and as he turns around, you can see like his eyes are like frozen. It's very unsettling before you like just go out through the fucking wall. As the husband is very confused at this, as you find yourself in the street, as well, there's someone watching this, as she's gonna say to you, it's like someone's having problems.
Uh, um, I think so. I think this man's trying to attack people. He was like mind controlling them.
You want some help with this?
Who are you?
You don't think we have time for pleasantries?
And I guess yes.
As you see like the door sort of open as the man is sort of walking outside, and then she sort of looks at him and says, "Be gone." And you blink, and he's gone.
Uh, That's
I will add one. You're welcome. As the Hugo's like clearly like looking at this confused, scared, she's gonna like put her hand on his shoulder and say, "Go back inside the house. Nothing has happened. Everything is all right. We'll all just feel like a bad dream tomorrow." And he's gonna like start like you can see like his rapid breath calm down. He like gets up, sort of dusts himself off, and just nods and walks back inside the house. Now, my name is Messalina. What about you, my ghostly friend?
Michael.
As you realize, she can see you, even though you're like invisible.
Yeah.
Michael. Wonderful name.
Um. So, what were you? Were you just happen to be around, or?
I'm searching for ghosts in this city, so I am wandering the streets. I detected a powerful spike of magic, and my curiosity got the better of me.
It's Well, I'm glad it did. Yeah, I don't know. The guy was just stalking them, and then after like 10 p.m., he just walked in. He said he could bring me back, and then he started like almost like controlling them to make them agree to it.
It's quite a dreadful thing. Could help you with that. Help keep your family and friends safe.
Um. Well, I know I, I'm. I know not like nothing is free. You probably want something in return, right?
Of course. See, I know how to do it. I just lack the power to do so. But if we work together, you offer me the power and I offer you the know-how. A partnership.
To do what?
To keep your anchors safe, of course.
I was told that mages, demons, and a lot of people like to use ghosts as batteries. Is it going to be something like that?
Not exactly, although I can understand the similarities. I don't plan on damaging your soul. I believe a lot of people use souls for powers. I don't plan on using such permanent methods. But yes, your radiating energy will be the necessary component for the protection spells.
Well, you definitely helped me out there, and I definitely do owe you. But as for long-term partnership, do you think you could give me some time to think it over? I'm sorry, it's just I'm really new to this, and
Hush
it's
now. It's just gonna like cup your cheek. Take as much time as you need, but don't take too long. People are depending on you.
yeah. Thanks, Miss Alina.
If you ever need to reach out to me, I've set a small little place of my own. Just gonna give you an address. Feel free to find me whenever you need help. Or if you know other ghosts that are struggling with similar issues, I'm planning on. Feels to me that specters in the city quite vulnerable and disorganized. Plan on trying to help people out.
I'll keep it in mind.
You take good care of you there.
I will. You too. Take care of yourself.
Just gonna take her leave. That note.